Okay, hello guys. That took for freaking ever to log in. Anyway, hello, welcome to Miscellaneous Monday, Misc Monday. I'm one of those crazy people who cannot stand missing a deal, so I have a lot of games. And I do mean a lot of games. As of right now, a good deal. I remember I was gonna do this a little bit earlier on. The week I'm recording this, I was going to do a little bit earlier on, but I found out that my Steam library was pretty bare, which kind of sucked. Anyway, so I decided to do something about that, and I went through and I downloaded a lot of games, and I do mean a lot of them. Oh. Pull up. I want you to pull up. Pull up my library. There we go. Okay. Forgot that I could do that. Anyway, so now I'm only missing a couple games. Missing I don't have Left 4 Dead 2 or Portal. I shouldn't even have a lot of this stuff like Gary's Mod, but I do want to record like some Gary's Mod fun times. Mark of the Ninja and Monaco. I don't have. Guns of Icarus Online. Receiver, Super X Gun, FTL, Fez, Cave Story, Bleed, Rogue Legacy. I don't have these because I want to do like a Linux Day thing, maybe a little bit down the road, just to show that gaming on Linux is totally a viable option for people. A lot of people don't realize that, and it kind of makes me sad because I'm a fan of Linux. You will notice I'm using, well, you won't notice. I'm using Windows right now, but that's simply because not a lot of games on Linux. However, I am happy. Steam is kind of backwards compatibility in a lot of games to work with Steam OS. So a lot of games are coming out now with Linux compatibility, and I do like that a lot. So I have another hard drive for my custom computer. I think this one it had Ubuntu on it. I don't know if the Ubuntu on it's really working right now, so I might reinstall that. But hopefully sometime in the future, because my recording software is open source, a lot of the stuff I use is open source, so I should, in theory, be able to do a couple fun little Linux series just to show how awesome gaming on Linux can be. But enough about that. We do still have a lot of games, even missing those. That's like 6 out of the 86, so should be fun to see what we find. So let's spin the wheel. Kenshi. Kenshi's a fun game. Sure. I think I've got a global source for Kenshi. I don't have a source for Kenshi. So I'll very quickly. Actually, I can make one inside the game because Kenshi. One of my favorite parts about it is the fact that it opens up in a window, which makes it really easy for me to just go to global sources, add one, add video games add a game capture, enter name Kenshi, okay, and okay, and add global source, Kenshi, done. We'll remove the browser from the background. There we go. Very nice, very premium. I can kind of keep watch on it, I guess. So Kenshi's a very fun game. I'll continue from my game. I'm not that into, I guess, kind of showing you guys the basics of building up. I'm not here for a tutorial. I'm just kind of here to show you gameplay. If you guys have never seen Kenshi before, this should be pretty eye-opening. It is a very good game, and it's a game that I really like coming back to. I'm gonna let it load in for a little bit here. I really like coming back to it because it is a game that is in alpha. Let me just real quickly. No one cares about that. It's a game that's in alpha, which on its own is always pretty kind of iffy for a lot of people. I know there's some people who really don't like it if a game isn't completely finished by the time they start playing it. I'm totally fine with it. I have no problem with it, so I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. For those of you who haven't played it in a little bit, like I kind of did, they've added thievery as a stat into the game, which I think is pretty cool. It's always cool to have thievery. So this is the first of my outposts. The kind of game revolves around making these kind of outposts all over the wasteland. The map is pretty massive already. I've spent many times. I played this once before, and I was in eye socket, and I would make many hours running between eye socket and Fort Simeon. My thing was like here, I think, and I ended up eventually running all the way around to make it to Telborn and Trader's Edge, these kinds of places. So, I mean, it is a very large world space, as you can probably see from just me looking out upon it. So I'm definitely a big fan of it. It's one of those really anything. It is kind of like a crafting game, but it's a top-down one. Kind of RTS-ish in the way you control it. Building material storage. So what I've got here, this is a pretty basic outpost. Everything here, these two things, stone mine makes stone for you to put in a stone processor to make building materials, which is what all of this stuff's made out of. So you do kind of want to get that underway very quickly. I stupidly didn't do this, and I was forced to make a lot of crops until I could afford to sell stuff. This base is pretty much designed to make other bases. It's kind of done to heal people. I got 2 beds. Beds are, if people get really badly injured, then you put them into the beds and they heal up pretty well. Everyone is pretty uninjured right now. Old Soldier's been injured for a while. He doesn't seem to be having problems with it. Skin seems to have gotten hurt at some point as well. But I try to. The kind of idea is to simply build out your own civilization, and it's very fun, highly enjoyable. And again, it is an alpha, and it's still, I guess, kind of like logistically, it's very sound, very randomized, very chaotic, and I love that so much. I always like it when you never know what's going to happen next, and it always randomizes the seeds. So if something really bad happens to you, like I had these like 2 freaking badass sand ninjas come by, and they totally just like they busted through my fucking gate and just wrecked all my shit. So this is an earlier save from that one, and they might not even come back. That incident might not happen until I'm better prepared or something. So it's a cool thing. I always like games that are more randomly generated. I feel like it offers. It allows the coder to make it a little bit larger, such as this world space. This world space is massive, larger than a lot of cities, like 446,000 kilometers or so. Square kilometers? I'd have to check the actual number, but it is a very high number, and I do remember like looking up a couple of towns that I know of and trying to find out how massive they were, and it just was like a third of the size of this world space. So it is a massive world space, and that's what originally got me. I try to play this. I play it maybe like I'll always go like once a year, and I will go really into it, and then I kind of stop and I wait for the next thing to happen. So it is definitely a game that is based around making sure that new stuff is added and new content is being added, so that's definitely fun. As of right now, it is pretty much make outposts and get them to the point of self-sustainment, which is kind of what I'm trying to do with this one right now. I can pretty much just go triple time. Could probably walk away, and for the most part, it would be okay, unless like a random incident happened. And that's kind of the idea that you want to get to. The kind of main point of it all is that eventually your base gets to the point where you don't have to watch it anymore. They've recently added turrets, so hopefully when we go to our new base, we might achieve this a little bit better. And I will be going to a new base soon, just because I have almost enough building materials to build one of these houses. I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you a little bit of the rest of this world. You can kind of queue up jobs, which I think is a pretty cool thing. If anyone has played it and they wanted to know what start I went, I did go Freedom Fighter, because I just like the Freedom Fighter build, I guess. Let's go over here. We'll unlock this door. Can he? Yeah, he can. So we'll unlock our iron gate. Walk out. There is a bit of a bug with it. If he tries to say, shut this door, if he shuts it, yeah. If I unlock it, maybe? No, yeah. There's a weird bug with doors. In the fact that your people really do not like going through them, which is kind of annoying. Kind of a workaround to this is to just make, like, it's kind of like when you want it protected the most, which is when you're kind of moving someone out. It doesn't really get closed. The kind of way to do this is, I think if you get him really far outside of your outpost, it might work, but all speculation on my part. Oh, hold on. Gotta take this. Okay, terribly sorry about that. Probably gonna edit it out even. Alright, we're back anyway. Okay, paused. Fun fact, I do like the speed changing. It definitely, believe me, you have no idea how great it is. So we're gonna talk to this guy. Wait. No. Get back to work. Crap. Wow, that was failure. Here we go. So we'll talk to this guy. Show me what you got. And we are going to sell him a lot of rum. There we go. Done. And then we're gonna go on back. So the kind of idea, as far as I can see, is, you know, make money, make your own weapons and armor, and kind of make an army, I guess. My thing is I always try to make a drug empire. Just base everything on selling, like, rum and hemp, which, for those of you uneducated, marijuana. You can actually, some cities will actually sell narcotics, which is as hilarious as it sounds. I don't know why this is an option. It's certainly interesting. And I know that some places, it's actually illegal to sell those things, so you, end up having to smuggle it in and all that stuff. That's why I have Ace over here training. The higher your thievery skill is, the better you can do these kind of things. Skins over here. Poor girl. She's been working hard. Her science is... She was our, like, resident scientist. Nico's kind of came in, but she's still actually better than he is, so we're gonna get her back to work on the sciences. And we're gonna try to get level 2. So this is the game. The kind of fun of it is you kind of set your own goals and you just try to carry them out. Aside from that, it is, I wouldn't really call it bland, but it definitely isn't as interesting as a lot of games. It can become really spectator. If, you know, if I was to suddenly be attacked by cannibals, I'm sure everyone would be pretty damn interested. We have something going on over there. Don't think it's in my range of vision. No, it's not. Some kind of skirmish, though, looks like happening over there. Maybe it comes our way, maybe it doesn't. You never... The kind of fun of it is that you never really know what's going to happen next, so... Man, I'm just racking my brain to show off things. Because I'm not really making it seem like as much of a game, and it's very similar to Minecraft. Except... I guess with Minecraft, there's a lot more, like, prevalence and danger. Kenshi's really rather calming. The only real thing that you would usually have to... The only real thing you have to worry about, that I have to worry about at least, is I have to worry about sand ninjas, starving bandits, and cannibals. You can pay the dust bandits 2,000 cats, which is the currency, every month. Fun fact, though, a month is only 18 days in this game. I was assuming it'd be 30, and they came in, and I had to beg for mercy, because otherwise they probably would have killed me. So, information like that. It is cool, he has... Ooh, Aces went up in a level to Thievery level 4. Anyway, it is cool. He's adding more with factions. it is getting more prevalent and more prevalent. I do kind of like the idea of, say, like smuggling and trying to smuggle in narcotics to like an Empire of the Holy Sun village. I think those guys aren't too keen on those things. Getting caught and then it having like drop my diplomacies to where kind of like an international incident, to where I'd have to go in and I have to like, you know, save face and clean up some bureaucratic work, or like they'd get really angered at me, and if further things happen, then maybe it could lead to war or something. He has said this is planned, and I'd be so into that, because there are a lot of factions. It's only got the factions that I know of, but I do know there's like thieves guilds and adventurer guilds, and I think it'd be really cool if, like, you know, if you were to say be caught by the Holy Sun Empire, and you would obviously, you know, smuggling goods in, you'd lose reputation with them, but you'd probably gain reputation with the Thieves Guild, especially if you broke out of jail and escaped. So this is a game where there is a lot of work still to be done. The dude, it's only like maybe like 3 or 4 guys. I know it's not too many of them. It is very impressive work, though. It's a very large world space. It's very nice to look at. In a kind of Fallout-y way, I guess, kind of worldscape. There's no luscious green trees, but there's endlessly sprawling deserts, and there's beautiful starry night skies and great sunrises and sunsets for you to enjoy. So I definitely say, you know, it's a good-looking game. Looking a little bit choppy right now, but for the most part, it's still pretty good-looking. It's a very unique game. I don't know of a lot of games that kind of let you do this. I mean, there are games that let you accomplish the same thing, but for the most part, it's like browser-based, build this building, get this unit, go attack someone, and this is nothing like that. You definitely begin to kind of develop connections with these kind of make up characters for these people. It's a great game if you have imagination, if you want to kind of create reasons for why all this stuff happens. Like, my group is a bunch of ragtag people trying to find some other like-minded individuals to help them control the wasteland with an endless flow of narcotics and drugs and alcohol. Which probably isn't the greatest backstory of all time, but who cares? So it's a very liberating game, and it's very rare to see these in an industry that is very much so dominated by big budget games with very clearly defined goals. Kind of harkens back to like really old RPGs, and where you're just kind of thrusted into a world and didn't really have a clue what to do. A lot of stuff that I used to play, like Daggerfall, Arena, some of the best Elder Scrolls games in my opinion, simply because they were very large world spaces with quite a lot to do in them, and yet nothing too pressing on you. I feel like this is very similar. If you want to, you can, you know, completely forego this rum still and this farm and maybe even the water tower, and you could just go to like make weapons and armor and make a massive like tribe of warriors who go around and kill people, and maybe they leave them because they have a sense of honor. Maybe they take their stuff and sell it because they're a scavenger type raider group. Maybe they just make the weapons armor and they sell them. Maybe they're like weapon manufacturers. Maybe you are, like I am, a kind of drug runner group that makes its quick buck moving around from outpost to outpost in the middle of the unforgiving desert to pick up supplies and go into different cities and to sell your goods. Maybe you're a shopkeeper who sets up their own shop. You can actually If I go to the build, you can kind of see storage maybe. Yeah, you can get shop counters, get your weapon stands and stuff, and you can sell. You can make your own shop and sell a bunch of stuff out of it if you want to. You can, if you see like a caravan and you decide that maybe you want to guard a caravan and live out your life as like a trader. If you just want to, just casually just want to stay inside one of the towns, like help the guard out killing people and take their stuff to buy a room for the night, you're completely welcome to do so. There's no real right or wrong way to play Kenshi. And I think that's just a thing that's rather rare in the day and age we live in, where it's a game without any real objective, and I'm totally fine with that. I feel like we've definitely gotten more into this stuff, with, you know, stuff like Minecraft and that kind of stuff becoming more prevalent. Minecraft, DayZ, or DayZ, if you want to be cool. Rust recently came out. And it's these kind of survival games, but we haven't really seen anything quite on such a large scale as Kenshi. And those games, you're usually, you know, a single person. Maybe you get to join up with a couple like-minded guys. In Kenshi, you can have... I know that I think there might be a cap. There might not even be a cap on how many people you can have. There might be a scroll bar down here that helps it. The cap might be like 15 or so, or it could be literally like 50. I honestly don't know, but you can easily raise an army of really awesome badasses and take over the world if you want to. So I don't think the guys playing it on multiplayer. It'd be really hectic if there was, but I feel like it'd be a really cool game to do multiplayer in a style very similar to like DayZ. But there you go, guys. That's Misc Monday. Hope you all enjoyed a little bit of Kenshi. I might play this for a little bit longer just to get to research level 2. I've played this quite a bit, but it's always good to see what new updates have occurred. And I will say this about any game that is an alpha. So I guess I'll see you all next time. Been DJ Soren. This has been Misc Monday, and I hope you join me next Monday for a new miscellaneous game. Hope I didn't bore you guys too much with all my exposition, but I just felt the need to comment. I'll probably this. If you guys have watched FPS Friday, you know I don't comment at all on those, and I try to make that up to you guys in everything else. So whenever I do like mod reviews and all these other things, whenever I'm playing Gmod and that kind of stuff, I always like to have fun with it, like to make it seem like a good old time. Some games are a little bit more serious, some games are a little bit easier to monologue with. This game is a game that is quite a bit more serious and very hard to monologue with because I don't know if you've noticed, but the entirety of the time, the only thing I've done is move this guy up to that city and sell stuff and come back. And it's been like 28 minutes. So, hopefully next time the almighty roulette wheel will pick something a little bit more fast-paced, action-packed, and we can see how I can entertain you guys a little bit more. So, see you all next time.